let's learn our G scale. So scales are really important on instruments because that's how you find your melodies. You can play scales in so many different ways. They're all over the banjo neck. You can go across the strings like that in movable positions. You can play melodic style scales. But we're going to do it in a really practical way on one string. So we're going to play our G scale on the 3rd string, and it starts open. So what you really want to do is get these steps in your ears to where you're not having to count around too much. You just want to hear do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And you want your ear to tell you if it's a whole or a half step, but you have to study it for a while first. Let's find these notes. First one is open, 3rd string. I'm just plucking with thumb. And then 2nd fret, 3rd string. 4th fret. 5th. 7th. 9th. 11th. And 12th. And then 14. 16. 17. 19. And 21. So that's as high as you can go on this string. So after you pluck it out a few times, just the single note, then you want to add some rolls to it. So we're going to do the square roll, and we're going to split, in this case, we're going to split up half a measure of one note and the next measure, or the last half of the measure, the next note. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2. So you've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So each note is going to land on the 1 and then the 3rd beat of each measure. And here it is. Okay, and then once you go up and down it a few times, you want to create different patterns, and then you just want to improvise around and create melodies and then find existing melodies, different songs. So here's an example of just improvising around with it. You don't have to split it up like I was just doing. You can stay on one note for longer, extend the exercise and be creative with it. Playing around with it, and that's a real fun thing to do. Alright, here's the next one. We're going to add the forward reverse to it, and I'm in the tab, I just have one note per full measure, but we can play around with that too. So okay, and you can start the scale anywhere. You could start it at the 12th fret and go down and just kind of create a theme, create a melody. So just mess around with it. Get your fingers used to those scales. As far as fretting goes, I was just using middle finger because you're jumping around so much and you've got a lot of open notes to give you time to jump. So I'm not doing any fancy finger patterns. And that's another lesson. But right now, just keep it simple with the left hand. Just move it around and you can get a lot of melody notes like that. So enjoy.